it's a day that ends in Y, which means Sweet Baby Inc. did something to somebody that they haven't been able to recover from and probably never will. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Alan Wake 2 and its complete lack of profitability. Let's get to it on That Game Plays. Hi, friends, it's me, CC, here with the one, the only, the man of mischief, Stone Cold Loki. How you doing, Loki?
Doing good, culture. Doing good. Kicking butt, taking names, warming my hands by that sweet baby fire, keeping myself warm. I'm doing good.
All right, me too. Me too. Ooh, it's toasty. Need that during the winter. Let me tell you, save you some money on heating bill. But anyway, so Sweet Baby Inc. Has really been ruining everything, Loki. And what am I talking about specifically with Alan Wake? Well, we've talked about the lack of profitability of this game, but this is even more surprising. We're a year out from Alan Wake 2, and Sweet Baby Inc.'s infected game has still not recouped its development and marketing costs. It's sitting there. It's trying. It's that little engine that could, but not quite, because it's going up the hill. It may not have enough steam, and this thing is surviving. This company is surviving on making a game for somebody else. They're not. There's no money coming in from this game. They're making a game for somebody else so that they can stay open. So they might be able to eventually get a profit. That's right. Remedy Entertainment, the developer who hired Sweet Baby Inc. to come in and, well, put their Sweet Baby Inc. touch on everything, which there's a story behind that. Loki will get to it in a second. But they admitted that the game still has not recouped its development costs nearly a year after launch. That's right. In their most recent business review document, the company shared at the end of the quarter, Alan Wake 2 had recouped most of its development and marketing expenses. Okay, most is not all. Anything over 50% could be most. But I'm feeling like this might be miles and miles away a year later. Remedy Entertainment CEO Taro Virtala also shared that Alan Wake 2 did not yet generate any royalties. Loki, would you speculate for all of us why perhaps this game didn't quite find the audience the first game did?
Well, culture said it best just a minute ago. Maybe even if you didn't realize it, this game wasn't made for you. So all you fans out there that loved Alan Wake, that you're like, man, that was such a good game. I can't wait for the sequel. They didn't make this game for you. They made it for themselves. They self-inserted a bunch of DEI nonsense. They took the main character out of the game and replaced him. When you buy the game, it comes in this nice, real cool looking box. It looks mysterious and deadly and evil. And it's got Alan Wake, a huge picture of Alan Wake on the cover of it. And then this little itty bitty girl down at the bottom. Guess what the game's about? It's about the little itty bitty girl down at the bottom that no one knows about, that no one cares about, that nobody wanted to play, and they made it about her instead of making it about Alan Wake. Why? Because subverting expectations seems to be the way they want to do business, because they don't want to make a game for you.
Yeah, well, they succeeded, and they succeeded in pushing a giant chunk of the audience away, because once this thing started to get negatively reviewed, they resorted to all kinds of tactics, including this other story you can find on That Park Place by John F. Trent. Sweet Baby Inc. influenced Alan Wake 2 using bots, allegedly, to boost sales. Well, they did everything they could. Nobody was buying the game. So the last time the company had revealed sales data, which they did not do in this most recent document, by the way, Loki, they did not say any sales numbers. No.
They don't want you to know.
No, they really don't. Most. That way they can say most, because it's over 50%. It's most. Okay. Anyway, so the last time that the company revealed sales data was in the January to March period, and it shared in February, March 2024. They announced Alan Wake 2 sold 1.3 million units as of the beginning of February. Alan Wake 2 sales have continued with a high average price. At the end of the first quarter, the game had recouped a significant part of development and marketing expenses. A significant part.
They haven't made a dime. If you guys know anything about this game, that means that Remedy hasn't made a single penny off of this game.
No, and they won't. And they won't. Like I said, they're surviving off of making another game for somebody else. I think a remake. But understand that that was from January to March that we're talking about. And we're looking now at what they revealed before that at the end of December of 2023. They had sold 1 million copies. So from January to March, they sold another 300,000 units. You'd think the sales have declined since?
Oh, I'd say they have just about just a tad culture.
Yeah, and the game got released all the way back in October, October 27th of 2023. So through November and December, they managed to sell 1 million copies. But again, the game was reviewed very poorly and had all of the problems that you actually described just a moment ago. So it's unlikely, according to John, and I agree, and I think Loki would too, that Alan Wake 2 will generate any royalties for Remedy until the game's publisher, Epic Games, recovers its investment into the game. Yeah. And Game World Observer reported that Alan Wake 2 was fully funded by Epic Games, and Remedy will be entitled to 50% of the net revenue after, this is the magic words, Epic fully recoups its investment. Loki, they've got a significant chunk of the investment, which is 50%. Well, wait, no, what was it? A majority? They said majority. So yeah, so we got a significant chunk in the first 1 million copies, and they sold 300,000. They got a majority, right?
Right.
But we did not get beyond that. The Finnish analyst Ate Ricola estimated the game costs 70 million euro, with 50 million euro going to development and the other 20 million going to marketing. Loki, this thing hasn't even made, and this is saying something, 70 million euro. First of all, that's really cheap for a game like Alan Wake. That's like a double A development cost. So good on them for keeping costs down. But at the same time, Loki, um, you think this game will ever turn a profit?
No, I don't, and that means Remedy's in trouble. If they took out a loan, they took out a loan for the work they're doing now, then they owe money to them and they owe money to the people they're making the remake for. That is a precarious position to be in if that is the way things are. If they had something squirreled away and they're surviving on that right now, that's one thing. If they had to take out a loan to keep working, I would be worried and I would be looking for possibly what my exit strategy is going to be and where I'm going to go after this. Because if they close down Remedy, Epic will just absorb it. They'll take them and that'll be it. No
Yeah,
more Remedy.
and I think you're right. I think Remedy's probably toast. But look, given that they sold 1.3 million units at an average of 49.99, most likely, they've basically recouped about 65 million if the 70 million euro amount is accurate. So they're about 10 million short of the 70 million euro based on currency exchange. So they need to sell around 200,000 more units to break even. Loki, last bit of math for the day. Is
They're
Alan
not.
Wake 2? I was going to say, are they going to sell those 200,000?
I don't think so. Everyone who was interested in this game is not interested anymore. No one's streaming it. No one's watching it. No one's giving it any second thoughts. This game is dead. It's dead. You're going to see this on the $9.99 rack at Walmart and Target because no one wants it. It's already cheap. The resale value for this is already super cheap at your local GameStop. If you're going to buy it, if you want to try it, if you're like, I don't care what Loki Culture said, I love this series, I want to try it, go get a used copy from somewhere. Don't buy it new. Test it out. If you don't like it, take it back within 24 hours. You can get your money back. Just don't waste the money. Don't waste the money buying it new. I almost very rarely ever say that, but with games like this, they do not deserve the financial backing you are going to give them because they didn't make this for you. They made it for them. They did self inserts. They wanted it their way. They got it their way. Now they're going to have to live with the consequences of doing it the Sweet Baby Inc. way.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of smart thinking. I think that's some sage advice from Mr. Stone Cold Loki, who you can
That's
find
right.
on his channel, and I would encourage you to check out Loki's Mornings of Mischief because it's always a lot of fun. And while you're around, let us know your thoughts on this game down in the comments section below. Do you think that this Sweet Baby Ink gem is going to somehow miraculously break even? Do you think Epic Games could ultimately end up absorbing Remedy? Or do you think that somehow they'll just disappear? Let us know those thoughts down in the comments section below. And as we always say, get your game on.